Hi, it's Cathy Cress again, and we are still doing the concierge client, which I would like you to have. And now I'm going to talk about the kind of staff you have to really work with these clients and give that personalized service. Let's first of all talk about the caregivers. I've been using the analogy of Downton Abbey, if you go back and look at it, and you need really a Downton Abbey staff, but much better paid. Most of those people didn't get almost any money. You need, just like Downton Abbey, just think of the way they're dressed, well-groomed care providers, because the concierge clients wants to see that. You need to have them well-dressed, well-groomed, servile, because the rich today, like Scott Fitzgerald says, they're different than you and me. They want a perfect servile person who's willing to just do whatever they want. Certainly not bad things. Please don't misunderstand me here. You need good cooks, personal chefs. I've talked about that before. You have to have a whole database of the kinds of continuum of care resources that you don't normally have, like personal chefs, drivers. And so you do need good cooks, because people will want French cuisine. Now, if they have to be transferred, you can't get the French cuisine chef with the transfer skills, and you have to tell them that. They like their tables set just so, because you've got to remember where all those knives and forks go, and think of Downton Abbey, the beginning of it, when they're just, measuring, how far apart the plates are. They know. I'm not saying that plates need to be that far apart, or that we even remember about those table settings. Maybe we do. And the care provider staffs really need to be willing to be their confidants, and just think of Lady Mary and Mrs. Bates, who combs her hair, and Lady Mary tells her everything. Now, I really want the care providers to tell you what they said, and to really have boundaries. I'm not saying the care provider, have the intimate information. However, they want somebody that they can talk to, because lots of times, like I said last time, they're lonely. Now let's talk about your geriatric care management staff. You need years of experience to deal with these concierge clients, because they can be, and usually are, very, very difficult. You need very in-depth psychodynamic skills. You need to know the family system. You need to have a family therapy background, and really a family systems background. You have to have great administrative support to work with them, because you're spending so much time really meeting their needs. You need to be able to handle ambivalence, because they have grown up, I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate you. You're a great care manager. Why'd you do this? I'm going to fire you. Off with their heads. You need to be comfortable with conflicts, because these people, they're in a dysfunctional family usually. They're very conflicted, and you need to be able to understand how conflict can be solved, and you don't take this personally, nor the ambivalence. No jealousy, and that's countertransference. You can't think, because you're handling a hedge fund head, that you wish that you were that person. You really need to have analysis yourself in many ways to be able to handle these people, because they're in a different class than you are. Maybe they're not, but most of us are not in their class. And you can't have your ego fed because Henry Kissinger is your client. Now, a lot of geriatric care managers throughout the country have, their care providers to the stars. I used to teach Steve Bartlett, and he started because he was in Los Angeles, and I always used to call him the care provider to the stars. You cannot feel that way. You really have to just look at them as regular families in family systems. You now know what you need to do also is know how to deliver high-end care, and you need to be able to carry small caseloads. Concierge clients take a lot of time, energy. You will make money from them, but you have to have mixed caseloads. If you have 10 of them, that's overwhelming. You can't do it. So you need to have a small caseload of these people. You have to have a high level of experience, like I said, in and education in psychodynamics, because there's a lot of money does not bring happiness. I was just talking to somebody about that. These people tend to be unhappy, even though they have a lot of money. I think Great Gatsby has that message as well. You have to be able to have that GCM skill of coaching support, because the entitled family needs constant coaching. You have to be a multitasker. You have to be able to keep several balls in the air at the same time, because these people, I own you. There you are, I demand. So you're going from one client to another, one entitled client to another, and you get a call, you got to pull off the road, and, that entitled client says, I'm walking out, I'm, not taking care of my mother, and I can't stand her, she's your problem. And, you can't leave this woman alone, so you have to, use your phone, be able to arrange care for her, and then drive on to a family meeting with the next entitled family that the lawyer told you he was going to call the sheriff the last time he saw them. You need to, and this is what you need to do with billing, and that's very important. You need to measure all your billable hours with a concierge client, because you're going to have a lot of them, and you need to bill 85% of your time. With your staff, and this is important with your staff too, your GCM staff has to be able to bill 85% of their time. They can't be conflicted about that just because it's Henry Kissinger. You have to order a lot of supervisory support to your staff, because these people are very, very hard. Again, poor Donald Trump. Sure, there's something redeeming about him. Can you imagine him as your client? Oh my God. Okay, and you have to have a lot of access to emotional resources for your GCM staff, because they really need help in dealing with these clients. You have to have a great person, but you may have to counsel them. So I'll see you next time. Please watch my website, Cathy Cress. Go to my website, cathycress.com, and thank you for coming.